A body found hanging at the Nahargarh Fort, the spectacular structure near Jaipur. Was it suicide over Padmavati or maybe a murder over the film? Well, these questions have crossed everybody's mind, including the police, after that body was found hanging from the fort wall 19 kilometers from state capital Jaipur. And boulders near the body had anti-Padmavati slogans etched on them. But soon after, police sources told India Today that the man may have been murdered over personal enmity. And the reference to Bhansali's film may have just been a tactic to divert attention, but it isn't clear just yet. Take a look. A body hanging from Jaipur's Nahargarh fort wall. Anti-Padmavati slogans on boulders near the body. A threat note etched. We don't just burn effigies, we hang. A body found hanging at Rajasthan's Nahargarh fort on Friday, barely 19 kilometers from Jaipur. Prompting the question, have protests over Sanjay Leela Bhansali's epic period drama Padmavati now taken a murderous turn?
ये जो काले काले चौक से लिखा हुआ है पत्थरों पर, ये इस तरह से कई चीजें यहाँ पर लिखी हुई है। पद्मावती के बारे में लिखा हुआ है कि पद्मावती के लोग पुतले जला रहे हैं, लेकिन हम पुतले नहीं जलाते, जान देते हैं। इस तरह से कई और सारी चीजें लिखी हुई है कि काफिरों की जान हम लेते रहेंगे। इस तरह की बातों को लेकर यहाँ पर एक संदेश सा हो गया है कि आखिर हुआ क्या था। और देख सकते हैं मेरे पीछे पुलिस वाले पूरे मामले की जांच कर रहे हैं। फॉरेंसिक टीम भी यहाँ पर आई है जो सारे मामलों को देख रही है कि आखिर ये हुआ क्या है।
The scribbled threats indicate a direct link to Padmavati and the raging protests around it. But the Karni Sena, the outfit which spearheaded the protests against Sanjay Leela Bhansali's film, has denied any connection.
The Vasundhara Raje as Chief Minister owes it to the country and to the people of Rajasthan that this matter should be investigated by a high-level team. What do they gain by that? I mean, they want to strike terror. The whole of Rajasthan is for them. They will spoil that completely. I don't think the Karni Sena has anything.
So has the Padmavati fire really gone beyond protests and burning effigies? And does this message on a rock really have something to do with the crime?
दीवारों पर जगह जगह इबारत लिखी हुई है जिसको कनेक्ट किया गया है पद्मावती उससे भी। अब इसके बारे में हम तहकीकात करेंगे किसकी हैंडराइटिंग है, किसने लिखा है।
While the police remain tight-lipped on camera, sources have told India Today that the victim was a jewellery businessman who may have been murdered for revenge, and all the Padmavati references may just be a tactic to divert attention. With Devankur Vadhavan in Jaipur, Bureau Report, India Today. And there's breaking news coming in. Jaipur's police commissioner has spoken out to say that the case of that body found hanging at the Nahargarh fort prima facie appears to be a case of suicide. Jaipur's top cop Praful Kumar has told India Today that the death has nothing to do with Padmavati or the controversy surrounding the film. Here's what the Jaipur Commissioner of Police has told India Today. Well, that settles it, at least for the moment. The Jaipur Commissioner of Police saying this has nothing to do with Padmavati, but this adds another angle to this mystery at the Nahargarh fort. Was this really suicide? Was it murder? And who etched this terrifying message on a rock near that body? Why did someone try to play mischief and link this crime, either a suicide or a murder, to the ongoing fire over the film Padmavati? Let's go straight across to India Today's Devankur Vadhavan for more on this. Devankur, what's the Jaipur police, have they concluded that this death has nothing to do with Padmavati?
Well, Shiv, the police finds that at the angles that have come to the fort so far do not point at in any way of this death being linked to the movie Padmavati and the controversy surrounding it in the last few days. But the police does maintain that it is too premature to right now say whether it is a case of death or by death through suicide or is a case of murder. So that is the stance that the Jaipur police is maintaining. The fact also remains that at several places from near where the body was found, Padmavati was scribbled on the walls. And also the police is investigating as to whether it can be, a case of foul play, whether someone, in a bid to divert attention, mentioned Padmavati at several places, but actually is a case of murder. So all of that is a matter of investigation which the Jaipur police is looking into at this point in time. Shiv?
Thanks very much, Dave. We'll leave it there for the moment, but the mystery isn't over just yet. That man was apparently a local jewelry businessman, but was it suicide or murder? The Jaipur police says it appears to be suicide and it has nothing to do with Padmavati. But then who were the people trying to fan fires and link that crime or divert attention by making it have something to do with the Padmavati controversy? Well, meanwhile, speaking at India Today's Conclave East 2017, West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has gone out on a limb and openly backed Sanjay Leela Bhansali and his film Padmavati. Remember, her support for the film, open and explicit, comes after several states have either banned the film outright or have expressed reservations over a possible law and order situation following the release of the movie. Mamata Banerjee says people are welcome to come and watch the film in West Bengal. Here's Mamata Banerjee speaking exclusively at the India Today Conclave East.
The Padmavati film crew, which has been targeted by other chief ministers, they are banning the film. Would you welcome the film?
I think if they cannot do it any other state, they are welcome to Kolkata.
So you are telling Sanjay Leela Bhansali that if he wants to
let them come, yes, we will arrange. We will give special arrangement for them.
You will make special arrangement for Sanjay Leela Bhansali?
One day, 3-4 BJP boys, they went for creating some problems, but we have taken action. 1 minute mein.
So you are saying they can come here and do the premiere?
Yes, always. Bengal will welcome. Bengal will be very happy, and Bengal is proud to see that.
All right, I want to play that out for you once again. Mamata Banerjee speaking exclusively at the India Today Conclave. Remember, the context is you've got Vasundhara Raje of Rajasthan, you've got Amarinder Singh of Punjab, you've got Yogi Adityanath of UP, you've got Shivraj Singh Chauhan, you've got people in Maharashtra, you've got people in other states, all making noises about Padmavati. But you've got Mamata Banerjee of West Bengal coming out explicitly to say that anybody is welcome to watch Padmavati in West Bengal, and she said that the film will be welcomed with open arms into the state. Here once again is Mamata Banerjee.
The Padmavati film crew, which has been targeted by other chief ministers, they are banning the film. Would you welcome the film?
I think if they cannot do it any other state, they are welcome to Kolkata.
So you are telling Sanjay Leela Bhansali that if he wants to
let them come, yes, we will arrange. We will give special arrangement for them.
You will make special arrangement for Sanjay Leela Bhansali?
One day, 3-4 BJP boys, they went for creating some problems, but we have taken action. 1 minute mein.
So you are saying they can come here and do the premiere?
Yes, always. Bengal will welcome. Bengal will be very happy, and Bengal is proud to see that.
Well, that was Mamata Banerjee there speaking very explicitly about Padmavati. Well, flying in the face of several other chief ministers and politicians across states. Well, also speaking at the India Today Conclave East 2017, actor Rani Mukherjee broke her silence on the Padmavati row and has backed Bhansali. Listen.
I think the basic thing that I believe is that we need to be more loving. I think as a society, as people, and I think humanity, we need to go towards love and loving, and anything that has to do with anything unloving, we have to probably disassociate ourselves with. So for me, I believe in love because I'm a new mother, and I believe that when you give birth to a child, the happiness and the love that you experience, if that love and happiness, if we can just give in our lives to people around without expectations, without, getting into unresolved issues, life would be a much beautiful place.
Padmavati Rao is going nowhere. It's only intensifying with each passing day. Well, breaking her silence, here's the next celebrity to come on record to have a say about this Padmavati fire. Breaking her silence over this ongoing controversy. Alia Bhatt slammed the government for not taking any actions against those issuing the threats. The Bollywood actor has now expressed shock over the Jaipur incident where a dead body was found. The actress tweeted, and I quote, "This is what happens when violent threats are allowed to be made openly without punishment. What is happening? Shocked." Well, perhaps Alia Bhatt doesn't know what the Jaipur police has now said, that it perhaps has nothing to do with Padmavati itself. Well, earlier, India Today also asked Sunny Leone, the actor, about the Padmavati row. Here's what she told us in an exclusive interview.
Sunny, for you, were you surprised by this whole controversy? Deepika Padukone, people threatening to chop off her nose. I mean, unacceptable, isn't it?
Well, I think that any sort of violence is maybe not the way to go. I think your voice is probably stronger than your fist is. And, you know, I hope that that changes. And I think that, you know, people speaking up and filmmakers shooting, you know, on subjects that they want to, the more that they do it, the more we push, you know, your ideas and views towards the public. The public really decides everything. So I don't believe in violence. I never have.
Breaking news coming in. Actor and owner of the Indian Super League franchise Northeast United, John Abraham, has slammed the incident of racism against the fans of his own team in the Chennai stadium. The incident occurred in the Chennai stadium where some locals mocked fans of the visiting Northeast United team. One girl especially was harassed as locals mocked her and teased her, making gestures. Other locals too gathered around and were even seen enjoying themselves and encouraging the teasing of the Northeast United fan. The victim can be clearly seen trying to tell the locals to move away, but to no avail. Unbelievable, shocking behavior by locals in Chennai. Now the incident has been highlighted on social media and both the teams have slammed the incident. Owner of the Northeast United team, John Abraham, has come out with a strong statement slamming the incident. John said, and I quote, "To the fans who troubled her, I'll call you fake fans because I know that Abhishek or myself will never condone this behavior. I will find you and make sure you are punished and apologize for your behavior." John Abraham also had a statement for the victim saying that he will personally meet her and make sure she is all right. Meanwhile, the home team, Chennai FC too, has said that they are against racism and are investigating the incident. Let's go across to India Today's Akshay Nath joining us live. Akshay, has any action been taken? John Abraham has reacted to this shameful behavior by Chennai and FC fans, but is any action being taken? I mean, John Abraham has said he's going to find these people and make sure they're punished. Do we know who these people are?
Well, Shiv, from the video clip that we have seen, it seems like an enthusiastic fan who was dancing for a tune that was being played in the auditorium, in the stadium that is. And it is seen that he was standing in front of those Northeasterners and making fun of them remotely. But at the same time, we haven't received any complaint is what the police department have told us. They said that not even a simple complaint has been given by anybody about the game or any kind of harassment. But this video was posted by a page called ISL Trolls on Facebook, and hence the video went viral, and that's how John Abraham had got access to the entire scenario. So being a person who's owning the entire team, he has gone ahead and apologized for what has happened. Meanwhile, we are still awaiting for a formal complaint from any of those people who have felt that they've been harassed in the stadium. Meanwhile, yes, the police officials have said that they will look into the case if they get a complaint, but till then they will only leave it as it is, Ashif. Okay, thanks very much, Akshay. We're going to follow up this story. We're going to make sure that the authorities have any help. We've got footage of what happened. If the police or John Abraham or anyone needs the footage, or there are any other camera angles that can help identify those thugs,
we're ready to, make that footage available so those people can be identified. Enthusiasm is one thing, dancing is one thing, racism and behavior against a woman in the stadium there is absolutely unacceptable. It's a crime. We will follow up that story and update you on what comes next.
Thank you, Pakistan, for your true colors.
Thank you indeed, Pakistan, for all your true colors that we've seen in the last few hours, because Pakistan's terror envoy is a free man and openly patronized by the Pakistani establishment. The butcher of 2611 has upped the ante, upped the rhetoric after yesterday's threat to India. Pakistan's terror envoy, Hafiz Mohammad Saeed, has reiterated that he will wage jihad against India. In a public speech, the 2611 butcher has vowed not to let up in fighting Kashmir's case. Clearly, Pakistan patronizing the terror chief and its duplicity on terrorism has been exposed once again. Yesterday, he was released from house arrest after a Pakistani court order. Indian government has responded to Hafiz Saeed's threat to foment violence once again in Kashmir. Home Ministry sources have told India Today that the recent statements by Hafiz Saeed yesterday and today are simply a re-articulation of his terror agenda, and Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India. Such statements have been repeatedly made in the past, and each time they have received an appropriate and resounding response on the ground from the people as well as law enforcement agencies. Let's go straight across now to India Today's Hamza Amir joining us live from Islamabad, also Executive Editor Gaurav Sawant live from the national capital. Hamza, what are Hafiz Saeed's plans? Is he going to be addressing rallies now? He's already had a chance to say at least twice that he's going to, wage jihad for Kashmir, the usual stuff that one can expect from him. But what's on his agenda for the next few days? Do we have any clarity?
Well, Shiv, we don't have a clarity as for now, only for the fact that Hafiz Saeed is still under security, from the provincial government, and he has not announced any rallies whatsoever as for now. But yes, he has certainly said what he does every time, that he is going to continue what he calls fighting for the Kashmiri freedom struggle, and that is not going to stop. Not only that, he's also went ahead to even call former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif as a traitor, because he was trying to amend ways towards talks with India, and that is why he said he was kicked out of power. So he is making his position very clear, and that is certainly he has always been on the Kashmir issue. That is what he defines Hafiz Saeed in Pakistan. But any near future or even forward moving movement agendas are not certainly clear at this time, only because he's still under security. There are threats to his life, as Pakistan officials are saying, and that is why he is surrounded by security. They did not want him to move out in the open very comfortably in Pakistan as for now.
Gaurav, apart from the terror agenda, which is sort of par for the course, that's going to continue. It was continuing even when Hafiz Saeed was under so-called protective custody in Lahore. What are your sources in the government and the intelligence agencies telling you, Gaurav? The mainstreaming of people like Hafiz Saeed means we're probably going to see this guy as a full-fledged elected neta in Pakistan at some point soon.
God forbid, that may well be true, Shiv. This protective custody is such a sham. He came out of his house in his Toyota Land Cruiser, went on this big drive from his house to the Jamaat-ud-Dawa headquarters at Chauburzi in Lahore, and rose petals were being showered. In which other civilized country anywhere in the world will you see rose petals being showered on a UN-designated global terrorist? But that is what happened to Hafiz Saeed. And when he entered the Lashkar-e-Taiba, a banned terrorist organization, or the Jamaat-ud-Dawa headquarters at Chauburzi, at Qudsiya area in Lahore, they were chanting slogans against India. India Teri Maut Aayi were the slogans that were being chanted there. And you know, this is where Pakistan says there is no evidence of anti-India hate in Pakistan or in Lashkar-e-Taiba headquarters. But these were the slogans that were being chanted there. Then this terrorist-in-chief went inside that mosque while he was leading prayers. And this is where irony just died, Shiv. This terrorist hit out at terrorism in Pakistan that was killing Pakistan army soldiers. So just today there's apparently been a big terror attack where a senior Pakistan police officer was killed in Peshawar. Recently there was another terror attack where a DIG was killed with some other people in Balochistan. So while Pakistan remains a terror victim, the biggest terrorist in the world is being showered with rose petals in Lahore.
Amazing. It's really, really amazing. And the continuing mainstreaming of this arch terrorist is only continuing. There's no, no indications that it's going to stop. India has the onus on it to act next. Thanks Hamza, thanks Gaurav for getting us the latest on that. Meanwhile, here back in India, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat has raised the Ram Temple pitch once again while speaking at a Dharam Sansad organized by the Vishwa Hindu Parishad in Udupi in Karnataka. Addressing the gathering, Bhagwat said that the Ram Temple will be built at the disputed site in Ayodhya. The RSS chief said that the Ram Temple is a matter of faith and must be built at the Ram Janmabhoomi in Ayodhya. Bhagwat said that the goal for the Ram Temple is near and urged people to protect Hindu culture.
राम मंदिर की बात है। इतने वर्षों के प्रयासों से, इतने बलिदानों के पश्चात, सतत लगे रहने के पश्चात आज उसकी स्थिति है कि लगता है कि पास में कोर्ट में एक मामला चल रहा है। हमारी मांग तो जग ही रहे, हम कुछ नहीं बोले तो भी हमने धर्म संसद या विश्व हिंदू परिषद कहा तो सामान्य आदमी अरे राम मंदिर वाले ऐसे बोलेंगे। इतना हम उस विषय के साथ एकरूप है। राम जन्मभूमि पर राम मंदिर ही बनेगा और कुछ नहीं बनेगा, वही बनेगा, उसी प्रारूप में बनेगा।
Roni Swami is live with us from Udupi in Karnataka, where the Dharam Sansad is taking place today. Big statement coming in from the RSS chief, especially amidst the current situation in Ayodhya, Rohini, where there have been discussions, the case is still in court, arbitration is on. India Today did a sting operation recently where we exposed the possibility of some kind of backdoor deal between the two sides as well. But now the RSS chief has stepped forward to make it totally clear, no negotiations, nothing. It is only the Ram Mandir that will come up at Ram Janmabhoomi.
Absolutely, a solid statement there coming from the RSS chief, Mr. Mohan Bhagwat, saying that it will be the Ram temple that will come in Ram Janmabhoomi, and every single stone of the temple will be the one which was there from on the soil there that will be used to build the temple. And this call for the to saying that it will be now done in a very short while, because his statement is very interesting. He said that Bal Thackeray, when the whole Ram Janmabhoomi issue took place, he said around 15-20 years it would take for the Ram temple is built. But it's been close to 30 years now, and it will be not very long before we see a Ram temple in Ayodhya. But what is also interesting is this particular Dharma Sansad, which is attended by nearly 2,000 people from various ashrams and mathas. They also will pass a resolution on the Ram Janmabhoomi issue. They will also pass a resolution on how to protect cows and also to prevent conversions, and in talking about Ghar Wapsi. So it's a very important 3-day convention that you're looking at, but Mohan Bhagwat coming out and saying that there is a need right now for a Ram temple, and they will not rest till then, and they will and expect to turn victorious. So this kind of confidence that we're seeing itself clearly shows that they have some agenda in place. The resolutions of this convention will be interesting to note.
Will be very interesting to watch. That convention continues, and Roni will be reporting exclusively for India Today from the Dharam Sansad. Thanks, Roni, for getting us that update. Well, a day after the EPS-OPS camp won the two-leaf symbol of the AIA-DMK in Tamil Nadu, the war against the TTP faction has intensified, launching a scathing attack on EPS-OPS. Sidelined AIADMK leader and Sasikala's nephew TTV Dinakaran also announced his decision to contest the upcoming RK Nagar by-election. As he went on to attack the current government in the state, Dinakaran vowed to get back the two-leaf symbol soon. He further added that the EPS-OPS camp obtained the symbol by begging and that it was only a temporary setback for the TTV faction. The development comes on the same day when the Tamil Nadu State Election Commission announced 21st December is the date for the RK Nagar by-poll. Remember, the RK Nagar seat fell vacant following the death of former Chief Minister Sanjay Leela last year. Akshay Nath is with us live from Chennai. Akshay, TTV Dinakaran sounding a note of warning, sounding a note of defiance. He's going to be standing in the RK Nagar election as well and made a big claim. He says he's going to win back the two-leaf symbol.
Shiv, most certainly TTV Dinakaran and his faction members are very confident about what they are doing. In fact, even yesterday, soon after the announcement that the two-leaf symbol is being allotted to Edapadi K. Palaniswamy and the OPS government, TTV Dinakaran made the statement saying that this is influenced by the central government and that he is going to fight back. He is going to appeal to the Supreme Court and ensure that they get back the two-leaf symbol. And he's also warned that if he's not getting the two-leaf symbol, he will still go ahead and contest RK Nagar by-polls in the hat symbol which they had announced during the by-polls, which was initially to be conducted in April this year. And TTV Dinakaran moreover has also added that it's not the end game for the Manargudi family or the TTV Sasikala faction. He said that this is only a beginning, and the same is the view of all the political analysts in the state. Yes, it could be a setback for TTV Dinakaran that he couldn't get the two-leaf symbol, but that does not mean it's an end game for that faction, and that's exactly what TTV Dinakaran is also representing. He's been very confident. His entire speech during the press conference, he's been overly confident. It is also being targeting the Edapadi K. Palaniswamy as well as OPS faction, and has also pointed out how just few days back Maitreyan had spoken about infighting between the EPS-OPS faction, and had pointed saying that look, there is a problem within the faction that has been allotted the two-leaf symbol, and we are here as the people's representative, as the representatives of Amma, and we are here to take up the legacy forward. So TTV Dinakaran is very confident, Shiv. Okay, he's confident. Let's see if he can come forward and make good on those big political claims that he's making. It's a prestigious by-election. Jayalalitha occupied the RK Nagar seat. Let's see what happens on the 21st of December. Akshay, thanks for that update. And there's breaking news coming in here on 5 Live. India's rating is stable according to the new S&P rating. That's a BBB for the long term and A3 for the short term. Standard & Poor's says despite weaker than expected quarters, India's economy is expected to grow robustly. High fiscal deficit, high government debt burden and low income are issues. But S&P says a correct BBB and A3 rating means over the next 2 years, India's growth will remain strong. Rahul Srivastava, our National Affairs editor, is with us live. Rahul, decode these new ratings for us.
Shiv, this certainly will be coming as a good news for the government, which is facing tremendous amounts of political fire from the opposition for the two measures which are taken by, and two reform measures statedly by the government. One is demonetization and the other is the GST. The stable outlook means that India remains a stable economy despite the two measures. Maintaining a status quo as per the last year's BBB- rating means that India's investment climate and other elements have been found to be persistent with the past year. Means last year when India was recording high growth, India has not really done badly. The rationale behind, I've got an exclusive access to the report of the Standard & Poor's. It says the ratings of India reflect the country's strong GDP growth, sound external profile and improving monetary credibility. India's strong democratic institution and its free press promote policy stability and compromise and also underpins the rating. What it means, Shiv, is that Indian economy is expected to grow robustly. And despite all the negatives that the opposition may be sounding, the government will definitely have something to cheer about.
Well, definitely has something to cheer about after in a sort of environment of criticism from all sides. The government sure has something to lean back now on. The S&P ratings that have just come in definitely going to be embraced by the government. Thanks for making sense of that for us, Rahul Srivastava, National Affairs Editor, breaking that story first and exclusive here on India Today. Meanwhile, Saurav Ganguly's retirement back in 2008 was one of the biggest talking points in Indian cricket back then, overcoming a tough phase after his ugly spat with then-coach Greg Chappell. And despite regaining form, Saurav stunned everyone with his retirement that day. But what forced him to do so? Well, nearly a decade later.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.